Welcome back to our series on the analysis of practices, social representations and behaviors in Socio-Hydro systems. In this video, we will discuss how lab and field economic experiments help analyze stakeholder behavior and design water management policies. Effective policy formulation requires understanding how stakeholders use and manage water to predict their reactions to new regulations or incentives. This insight is crucial to design policies that are effective, accepted, and feasible. Mainstream economics views humans as rational agents called Homo economicus, who maximize utility with complete information. However, real-life decision-making often deviates from this ideal due to limited rationality, emotions, and social influences. These are key concepts in behavioral economics. Incorporating these principles into policy design helps predict realistic outcomes. Experimental economics makes behavioral analysis operational through controlled experiments. These experiments test economic behavior under varying conditions, providing empirical data to support policy making. We focus on incentivized experiments, which use real economic rewards to simulate actual decisions, offering more accurate representations of true preferences. These methods include lab experiments and field experiments, both of which play crucial roles in testing and validating policies. A concrete example can make easier the understanding of the use of economic experiments for socio-hydro systems analysis. In Tunisia's Kabylie governorate, uncontrolled water extraction is putting local oases at risk. This tragedy of the commons highlights the tension between individual and collective interests, a struggle that could jeopardize the region's future. In this context, we employ lab and field experiments to test policy tools addressing this issue. By gaining a deeper insight into the economic behaviors of stakeholders, decision makers can craft more efficient water management strategies. Our experimental protocol, implemented in Kabylie, can be summarized in the following steps. We first engage with local stakeholders and decision makers to gather insights and understand the context. We develop formal models that underpin the experiments, ensuring they reflect real-world scenarios. We establish clear hypotheses to be tested in the experiments. We design treatments that represent different water management policies and compare them with a baseline situation called control. We conduct controlled sessions in the lab where variables can be precisely manipulated, allowing for repeatable and reliable results. In these controlled sessions, participants, which are typically students, sit in front of a computer screen, do not see each other, and can communicate only through computer network. The objective is to control as much as possible all the variables at stake and be able to repeat exactly the experience everywhere. We test the robustness of lab findings in real-life conditions and with local stakeholders in Kabylie. Here, control is less strict, but the environment is more realistic. We use random assignment and power analysis to ensure statistical representativity, followed by rigorous statistical and econometric analysis. We finally illustrate and discuss findings with stakeholders, outlining policy implications through focus groups and workshops. So, what makes experimental economics preferable to other economic methods like stated preferences in the analysis of people's choices? While experimental economics reveals real behaviors under monetary stakes, stated preferences like choice modeling can suffer from hypothetical bias, meaning that participants report what they would do in hypothetical situations. Experimental economics and stated preferences methods offer complementary insights. Combining both approaches enhances the robustness of research findings. To summarize, we saw how economic experiments can help the design of policies to improve the management of socio-hydro systems. Let's provide now some take-home concepts and ideas from behavioral and experimental economics. These approaches go beyond the rationality of Homo economicus in the analysis of economic behavior, incorporating psychological and social factors. Precisely manipulating variables in a lab setting allows isolating the impact of specific factors on agents' behavior. Sampling the participants to an economic experiment through random assignment ensures statistical equivalence between treatment and control groups to avoid selection bias. Repeating experiments in laboratory conditions validates findings. Using real rewards reveals subjects' true preferences, eliminating hypothetical bias. And last but not least, while lab experiments ensure that the results are due to the observed variables and not to external factors, field experiments confirm that the findings from the lab can be generalized outside the fully controlled setup. We hope you found this video informative. For more insights, follow our series on the Precoce webpage and on our YouTube channel. For questions or feedback, please contact us using the information provided on screen.